Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Man of Culture YouTube channel. My name is Billy, as you may already know, and today we're going to be talking about a sequel to a brilliant movie from the 80s that truly encapsulates what it means to be a hero, if you will. Now, the movie we're going to be talking about today is Top Gun Maverick, and we're really going to get more in depth on how it really relates to the original and how it builds its own story at the same time. So, for starts, let's just dive right into it. So, I loved this movie. I absolutely thought it was very well shot in the ways that everything sort of came together and culminated in such a beautiful film. Seeing the story play out as it did. Yes, it is very reminiscent of the original, but I think that's what makes it really good. It takes what the original had and just built from there. I feel like the original really worked as a good foundation for what this film became, and it really broadened what Top Gun as a franchise can be. I feel like this movie did a good job at taking really the same story beats same moments, a lot of the same moments, and really took them and made them into a sequel. In most cases, this turns out to be a disaster. I feel like a lot of the time when a sequel just does what its predecessor does, it turns out pretty bad and just doesn't work. Let's be real. I can't think of any examples off the top of my head, but I know there are a lot of movies out there that suffer from sequelitis where it's just same movie, different characters. And to a degree, Maverick does do that. I feel like the movie does do that to a certain degree of what the original does do. And that's not necessarily a bad thing in this case. I'd say that for once, doing this actually paid off, and they were able to make a very heartfelt movie that tells a very good story. I feel like it tells the same story as the original, but it just skyrockets in what sort of story that is. It goes from, in the original, being just a well-done story, but with a lot of empty space that they could have put more into. Honestly, the original could have used more character development. That was honestly the biggest problem with the original, but I feel like with this film, they really took it to the next level of what they could do with the story. Even though it is basically the same straight up, they really took it to a point of, okay, here we have our original, here we have Maverick, and it really just excels at becoming its own thing. It's not just a sequel. It's a movie you can really watch on its own. Like, I watched Maverick before seeing the original, and I feel like that kind of helped my viewing experience of the original. I don't think I would have appreciated it as much if I didn't see Maverick first. And with that said, action scenes. The action scenes in Maverick were so good. They were absolutely amazing. I loved every second of action in that film. And they were just raw fighting scenes that do a phenomenal job at just encapsulating what war is and how these people go to sacrifice themselves. And we, as people and civilians, don't really think of that too much. We just see soldiers. We don't think of the people behind that are kind of going out to fight for us. And I feel like this movie does a really good job at showing what that sort of sacrifice means. It's definitely one of those movies up there with Hacksaw Ridge and Saving Private Ryan that really do a good job at showing what it means to be a soldier. And I really appreciate that. It's very patriotic in a lot of ways. And I think we need more movies like this. Movies that aren't about some message, but are about being a pure movie for the sake of being a pure movie. And I really appreciate that so much with this film. And really, yeah, I can't really say much else about it. Brilliant movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It does great character development, and I feel like it just took what the original did, made it so much better, and that's all I can really say now. I know this is a shorter video, but I just wanted to get this out here real quick. So, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you do not miss a single one of my uploads. And with that being said, take care. Bye, y'all.